So I'm going to try and talk about this without talking any specific products because I don't want to. I'm not really recommending anything. But the idea. So this is based off of ThoughtWorks. They have this notion of technical radar, and they use a radar diagram for it. But really, I wanted to talk about the personal technology radar side, which they also talk about, right? Some people keep a personal technology radar, and then their company has a technology radar. And for companies, technology radar is what do we think is on the horizon and what is near to us that we might be willing to adopt. And when it comes to personal, it comes about increasing your value and future-proofing yourself and being useful or being hireable in another thing or starting your own thing, right? The idea, though, and this is kind of exhausting actually for some people, they have real trouble with personal technology radar because what it really means is you need to be continually evaluating what would be the next thing that's useful for you on the team you're on or in the company you're in or in the industry you're in, right? What's that next thing that is maybe already slowly being in the early part of the adoption curve? And the question is, how much time are you going to spend on it, right? I'm in the data center and we might move to the cloud next year, or we're going to move, I think we're going to change the way we do stuff in the cloud. And so I want to understand how, some component or some set of pieces works, right? So I have what I'm doing today, my current skills. Those are things you still have to keep up to date. You can't just slack off and stuff, right? That's like a high percentage of your time. And then you've got like this tactical where you're going to train and experiment, POC, do some work, right? Or you're going to get ready in case to bring that into your team or a team that you interview on to or a company that you start. So ThoughtWorks kind of calls this adopted for the current and trial for the next. And so the question is, what percentage of your time are you going to spend in these trials? I mean, I personally probably spend, I don't know, 8 hours a week, which seems high to a lot of people, in this kind of mid-range and in the far out. I do a lousy job on the far out, actually. So you got the tactical piece of this, what is it, 0 to 6 months adoption, and then 6 months plus, right? Future study. What percentage of your time do you need to spend just reading, evaluating, maybe even experimenting with tiny POCs to understand? Because a lot of times if you can catch the next wave, and I'm not talking about resume-driven development, but if you can catch the next wave, there's a lot of opportunity in this space. ML, it was that place a couple of years ago, and it's still that way. And then you've got these chat bots and language bots is another example. The internet was that way. There's a bunch of this, right? So the question is, what is on your technology radar, and how do you have a plan for that? And I think really what it comes down to is every 3 to 6 months, you got to sit down and go, what are my current skills? What are the skills that I think I'm going to be needing in the next few months, or what do I need to know about to be in these conversations? And then what kind of flyers do I think are out there that I should do a little bit of reading about so that when somebody brings it up, we'll be like, yeah, that makes sense, or that doesn't make sense. So that's it. That's all I got. Personal technology radar. It's about future-proofing your technical self and keeping up and being ready for the next wave. And it can be exhausting. It's a lot of work. People leave the tech industry because of it. The right thing to do, though, if you're going to hang into it, is have a plan. What is the next skill that I think I need and that I can play with and talk to other people about? And then what is the 1 or 2 flyer skills out there or technologies I think I need to be aware of to know if they're starting to move into the mid-range? And that's it. So, I have some references here. ThoughtWorks has got a bunch of good stuff on this. A lot of times they talk about corporate technology radar. Really, this is about improving yourself, paying attention to what's happening, and paying attention to your skill sets. Have a great day.